Hey, what's going on, everyone? Joey here, and let me tell you, I just watched the UK version of The Masked Singer. Took a while to finally get a copy of it, but I finally did. And right now, we're going to go through the similarities and the differences between the US version and the UK version. Now, before we do that, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up. And let's get started. Now, if you're new to the YouTube channel, hi, how are you? My name is Joey. I'm an executive audio producer in New York City, where every single week when The Masked Singer is airing, we go through all the clues, we go through every single hint, and we determine who's under the mask by pretty much that and the audio, which is a whole nother thing. We may not be able to do that this year because some of the changes, and we went through all the changes on The Masked Singer. I'll put the video over here for you to check out. But nonetheless, we're going to go through all the similarities and differences between the US version and the UK version of The Masked Singer. Now, I do have to say in advance, you do know that The Masked Singer didn't start here in the United States, right? The original show came out of South Korea. That's right. The original one actually had Ryan Reynolds being the winner of the show and was actually kind of cool. It wasn't as involved as it is today. I mean, look at Ryan Reynolds in his costume.
The sun'll come out tomorrow.
So yeah, you could tell that they were just kind of like just starting off, and really from there, they brought it to the United States, and that's where it really took off with the heavy-duty costumes, with the crazy celebrities, all the Clue videos and such. Then it moved to Australia, and of course still airing in the States. And from there, it then debuted in a lot of different countries. Now, I found a list of where the show airs, and I just want to go ahead. It's interesting, because what I mean by airing, they're not airing the US version, they're airing their own version. There's a version of this in Argentina, Australia, Austria, Bulgaria, China, France, Germany, Greece, Hungary, Indonesia, Italy, Mexico, Myanmar? Myanmar? God, I can't read certain countries, I'm sorry. Netherlands, Portugal, South Africa, South Korea, of course the original, Spain, Thailand, UK, and Vietnam. Yeah! They have so many different variations of this show throughout the world. It's actually quite insane. Now, the original version of the show wasn't called The Masked Singer. In translation, it was called King of Masked Singer, and this was all the way back in 2015. From there, the name changes a little bit depending on the country. In Portugal, it was called A Máscara, which I'm assuming just means the mask. Which a lot of the countries kind of looks like it just goes by The Mask or Masked Singer, not ED. Of course, we know it as The Masked Singer. Yeah, it's kind of weird on how they do it. But it's pretty cool, all the different changes that they have made from show to show to show. But it looks like once it came to the US, the format sort of stayed the same afterwards. And so right now, we're going to go ahead and go to the UK version and go through some of the things that have changed, mostly because their version's in English and we can understand everything that's going on. First and foremost, we have only one judge from the US show making its way all the way to the UK, and that is Ken. That's right. Ken is back on the show. It's interesting to see him judging over there. You're so used to seeing Robin and everyone. So just to see him there with the other panelists are just like, oh, what's going on here? The other judges were Jonathan Ross, big comedian over there, Davina McCall, and Rita Ora. I love Rita. She's the best, and she's a real fantastic singer. Next, one thing I have noticed, the difference is not only between our Masked Singer in the UK, but almost every single Masked Singer, is that they use a different logo, meaning that it does say The Masked Singer or The Mask, but the mask in the background is different. Here's the US version. And here's the UK version. And that they just change it for every single different country, different version of the show. Next difference that comes up are the costumes. I'm assuming that they still have the same standard when it comes to how they design the costumes, but I feel like the UK version was a little rushed. I mean, some of their costumes, like the rubber duck, just seem like they just were like thrown together randomly. It doesn't really look high quality. I mean, take a look at it. I mean, let's look at the butterfly on the US version, and then let's look at the butterfly in the UK version. To me, it looks like the US version had a better, higher quality when it came to the costumes, but some of the other ones are still pretty good, and there was another episode that aired the next day that had other costumes. Now, one of the biggest changes that I mean, this could be something that you guys could either say it's a good thing or a bad thing, but for me, the biggest changes are the clue packages. The first thing is that the voice is completely different. As we talked about before, and why I actually started this channel, was that when the celebrities talk in their clue videos, they talk normally, and Fox or whoever produces the show in the UK, the BBC, they don't want you to hear the real voice. So what they do is they go ahead and speed it up and pitch it up. Well, that's what happens in the US version, and that way you can't hear the real celebrity voice. But in the UK version, they use some kind of like weird alien kind of thing. Take a listen.
I once had a job that meant I died at 8:30 every night.
Now that's a lot harder to manipulate, and I don't think I would be able to edit out that alien voice and pitch it down, because pretty much they had pitched it up and hit the alien button like in Pro Tools. If I were to reverse that, this is the best I can get.
I once had a job that meant I died at 8:30 every night.
I don't know if that really helps, but that's different. And the biggest change is that they don't post the clue videos on YouTube. That's right, if you scroll through their YouTube channel, it's all performances. Now that could change by the time I put up this video, considering that was just their first week of episodes. But that's a lot harder for someone watching the show. That means you actually have to be watching through the whole thing and writing down every single clue as it comes, because you're not going to be able to rewatch it unless, of course, BBC has some online streaming service, or like us, we have Hulu, you can go back and watch it on. So you really have to pay attention to everything, and DVR it, most importantly. A couple other changes that they have is that the stage is a bit different. If you look in the back right-hand side, the masks, the entrance where they come out of, is a different kind of mask. Ours is like pointy, theirs is like nice and smooth. Here, I'll show you the difference. Here's the US version. Here's the UK version. And also the US version has like that X on stage where they can walk out on, while the UK version is pretty much just a circle. Another small little change, really isn't anything too crazy. What I kind of like is, in the US version of the show, once they have been unmasked, they would sing a little bit into the credits and then I kind of get cut off after 15 seconds. On the UK version, they actually allow them to sing for at least 30 seconds. That's kind of nice. I mean, after they just went through all that, it gives them more time to actually sing and kind of get like their voice out there. Now, those are the main differences. There are a few other ones, but we're not going to worry about that right now. For the most part, things that stay the same, I mean, most of the concept of the show is the same. To me, the things that stay the same that I really wish that were changed is that the judges are still talking in the clue video and their performances. I don't know why they just don't let them perform. It bothers me a little bit. I don't know if it bothers you guys. And Ken is different on this. It's actually really funny because Ken actually gives some legitimate guesses. He actually goes through the clues and guesses on who he thinks it is. So though he's still the same on the show, he acts a little bit different. And I kind of wish that Ken was on our version. So I want to know, what do you guys think about the changes? I mean, the differences between the US version and the UK version. Let me know what you like, what you don't like in the comment section. And I want to thank you guys for joining me. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up. And if you stay to the end of the video, I always leave you guys with a question because it is kind of like a reward, because not many people make it to the end of the video. So now that we're fully in January, my question is, do you guys like snow? And if you do, how much? Let me know. Anyway, I'm Joey. I'll see you later. Bye.